free. There's no blueprint to this. So don't play their game. Free your game.
Happy New Year!
Or technically, it could still be 2019 if you're watching this before Wednesday, but if not, guess what? It's 2020 and we have so many new things to look forward to this year.
Yeah, and a part of this year's New Year's special, we are taking a look back at 2019 and we are celebrating this 2K20 season.
It's hard to believe that we're 17.
We are winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You take a look at Holiday. He's pulled in a lot of votes, nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
And probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Clint Capella. Jason Tatum is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Rose in at point guard. And for New Orleans, they've got Grant. Anthony Davis is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Thomas Satoransky, and it's George in at the shooting guard position.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Rose kicks to LaVine. Pocket 6. Offline with his 3. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Olynyk the pass to LaVine. Outside Tatum. From deep. Another miss by Houston.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. A nice shot by George.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now here's LaVine. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Pass to Rose. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Got a piece of it. Now LaVine. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Dishes to Tatum. Capella with it. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. The Rockets again can't hit.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
George passes to Davis. Over Tatum. Offensive rebound.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Derrick Rose puts pressure on the defense, always looking to draw contact.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was
as he was electric.
And both free throws good for Rose.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And Baines kicks to Grant. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And the pass to Satoransky. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. George. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
Olynyk the pass to Capella. Tries to hit him. Baines with the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Here's George. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. To the paint, here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Rose. It's blocked. Passes to George. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Levine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The feed to Capella. It's stolen by Davis. Satoransky looking around. Outside, George. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. George has got 7 points in the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Rose finds Levine. Shot clock at 6. They need this. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Looking at the season so far, Steve, feels like every perimeter player is working on that step-back 3. What's making that shot so popular?
You know, I think, Kevin, now in this stage, there's no hand checking, so you already have spacing. And now to be able to step back and knock down a 3, it creates more. Back in the day with hand checking, it would have been hard to step back with an arm grabbing you and holding you. So I think guys are, you know, somewhat playing by the rules and using their rules to their advantage.
Great explanation.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Grant, the bounce pass. Here's Davis, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here's Levine. Tatum kicks to Levine. Out to the wing. Houston needs to get a shot up. No good from outside.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Grant against Tatum. Davis dishes to Holiday. Grant outside. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Tatum. Pelicans with the rebound. Grant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Levine passes to Tatum. Now Capella tries again. It's hauled in by Paul George.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Houston with a big group substitution here. Alex Lenz checked in for Clint Capella. Chandler comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Reddish, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Gordon subbed in for Zach LaVine. Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. Pass to Temple. Latrey. That shot is off. Rockets trail by 12. Here's Gordon. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
New Orleans making a switch here. Young's checked in. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Now T, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Gordon deciding where to go with it. A piece of it, and they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Diallo, he's checked in for Paul George. Pelicans leading by 9. Here's Temple. The dish to Holiday. Takes it off the glass.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Teague, the pass to Len. Knocks it loose. Taken away by Holiday. Over Teague. Len with the block.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
New Orleans has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Temple. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He gets it in there.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Teague. It's a 13-point game. Outside Gordon. Pelicans pull it in. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
He gets that one.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Holiday against T. Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Temple. Rejected by Len. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's averaging about 19 points per, 2.5 steals, and 3 assists. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game. Allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
Tipped away. Chandler against Thomas. Chandler, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Thomas dishes to Young. It's good. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Reddish the pass to Len. The kick out to T. The pass to Gordon. Chandler outside. Pass to Len. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Here's Holiday. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Teague anticipated every move on that play and was right there to meet him each step of the way. Great defense.
Paul George had that nasty broke.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen, Pelicans pretty much in control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Diallo out there with Young. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Thomas. And it's Pascal in at the 3 slot. That's the Pelicans 5. T kicks to Gordon. To the inside. Stolen by Thomas. And oh, here we go with Thomas. Nobody back. And they pick up 2. Thomas got his first points of the game.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Reddish the pass to Len. Good defensive work there by Young.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Len.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Pass to Thomas. Kicks it to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Pascal's shot is off. Rockets trail by 11.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all. Nice play by Holiday. Terrific speed in the open court. Defending him, you have to change ends quickly.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Pass to Birch. And he makes that one.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Holiday finds Diallo. Here's Pascal. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Indiana. There's the pass to Young. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And we'll take a look here at a very skilled bunch of point guards at the stripe. Look at the numbers they put up over the last 10 games. Second is Jeff Teague. Fourth, Derrick Rose.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
When you have these guys with the basketball, it's like a security blanket. The ball in their hands, team has to foul, they have it, they go to the line, good chance they'll make it.
Now, here's Reddish, defended by Young. Here's Birch. Almost, but it rolls out. Pelicans leading by 11. Young dishes to Thomas. And Young kicks to Holiday. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
Right there you see Holiday's toughness. Gets hit, able to maintain body control, finishes the play.
Outside Gordon. Passes it to Birch. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard. Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really
Good
love
names.
Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
And the first one at the line is good. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Len. Tatum comes in for Reddish. Levine's checked in for Gordon. And it's Rose in for Teague. Good on both. And so George will bring it up for the Pelicans. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Baines finds Thomas. George against Tatum. Wide open shot is on the money. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
To the middle. Thomas with the block. And he recovers it. Just 2 to shoot. Goes back up. Tatum's shot is off.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And that one's good. George.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Birch kicks to Capella. Here's Birch. Good work there as it goes. Birch has got 6 in the quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Satoransky the pass to Baines. Thomas against Levine. Outside, George. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Levine, and it's sent back by George. Rose against Thomas. Pass to George. Over Levine, and there's Paul George on the assist from Thomas. George has got 13.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Timeout called the Rockets.
You look back, in the 7 seasons, the Pelicans have been better than average defensively. They've made the playoffs 6 times. The other 10 seasons, only 1 playoff appearance. Defense has been the difference.
Garrett Temple has checked in for the Pelicans, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Olenek, he's checked in for Kem Birch. And Davis sends it back.
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play. Tracking the ball, blocking the shot. Appreciate the hustle.
George missing again. Well, the Pelicans falling off last season at the defensive end. Smitty, what's the key for them getting back on track?
They've got to do a better job of contesting 3-point shots. They were awful. Also cutting down on turnovers when enabled them to get back defensively.
Pass to Davis. And Capella sends it back. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's Levine. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 5th rebound in this one.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with this shot all evening long.
It's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Rockets trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Rose. And it's good. 2 points.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
And George gets it to go. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists. And
here's Levine. And there's the pass to Tatum. for three. He can't get that one, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Davis finds George, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. George has got 17.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Rose passes to Tatum. Now here's Capella. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him. This is why Levine's a fan favorite, plays with an exciting, flashy style.
George passes to Baines. Outside, Davis. Over Olynyk. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 6 points for Anthony Davis. Rockets trail by 19. Bounce pass from Rose. Capella kicks to Levine. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Grant, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Chandler's checked in. Satoransky against Rose. Here's George. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. In the corner, it's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more.
And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think Levine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Chandler dishes to Levine, and the jam by Levine.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
And Satoransky kicks to Grant. Here's Davis. Shoots over Capella. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And here's Houston. They're on a 10-2 run here. Levine passes to Rose. Some nice passing there by Houston. Passes it to Chandler. Back to Levine. Fires the three. Paul George grabs the miss.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Pass to Satoransky. Outside, Davis. Over Chandler. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, it's amazing to watch AD at his size dance with the rock and create space for his shot.
Here's Levine. Davis with some nice D.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced.
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And it's Rose missing. New Orleans leading by 15. Here's Satoransky, and Capella sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And the jam by Levine.
When they go up-tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Satoransky with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And Satoransky kicks to Grant. Davis, the pass to Grant. And Capella sends it back. Rose surveying the D. Lobs it up for Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
And so it's New Orleans. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 19 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
You know what I like about Paul George? He's quietly going about his business. Sometimes he'll take a back seat, not in this case in the first half. But the length, the skill, the deep range, matchup nightmare.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Pelicans leading by 11. And so in the game for the Rockets, Zach LaVine is out there with Rose. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Tatum in at the small forward. Here's Davis. The shot, no good. The Rockets shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Down low, George. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 5 assists tonight. Rockets trail by 11. LaVine up top, defended by George. The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Rose. 5 on the clock. He's off on that one, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Rose against Satoransky. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 10.
The defense tried, but then you see the results. AD, an all-star talent, winning out.
Rose finds LaVine. Stolen away. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. George with no one around. Triple from the wing. George has got 5 points now this quarter. Rockets trail by 16. Inside, intercepted. Here's Davis. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Tatum. And LaVine, here we go. Softly drops in the floater. LaVine's got 19 points.
Right there, the burst of Zach LaVine. Once he gets a step on you, it's hard to catch up.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Rose passes to Capella. He kicks it to LaVine. And that one is good. 21 points in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The pass to Satoransky. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tatum's got his first 3 points of the game.
A terrific shooter with the range and confidence required to be successful. Tatum loves to let it rip.
Grant the pass to Satoransky. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Rockets trail by 13. Here's Tatum. They get a hand on it. Here's Levine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
So for the Rockets, Alex Len's checked in for Clint Capella. Gordon comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Teague in for Derrick Rose. Thomas passes to Baines. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. On the wing, Holiday over Teague. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Rockets trail by 11. And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
Explosive move there by Zach. Quick first step, then a thunderous finish.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to Young. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Teague, the pass to Gordon. Outside Levine. Stripped it away. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. And laid in to finish the break. Thomas got his second bucket tonight. Here's Teague. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The teardrop falls in.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Baines passes to Pascal. And here is Thomas. He dishes it to Holiday. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Levine. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Levine's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Thomas dishes to Holiday. Looking to end his cold spell. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
When Holiday's feeling good, he causes plenty of these. Able to power through contact and finish.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Diallo's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Reddish, he's checked in for Levine. Well, last season, the NBA expanded the three-point shootout contest to 10 contestants at All-Star Weekend. Smitty, do you ever wish that you'd had another shot at it?
Yes, indeed, Kevin. I didn't shoot it as well as I wanted to in that contest. Whether they added 10 or more or 20 players, I just wish I had another shot. But it's over, and now I can dream about it.
Holiday, the pass to Thomas. To the paint, here's Young. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Young's got 6.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Tatum. And the basket is good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And Holiday kicks to Thomas. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Jrue Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Teague against Holiday. Pass to Gordon for the 3. A rebound by Young. Pelicans leading by 12. Dishes it to Holiday. Here's Pascal, defended by Gordon. Holiday against Teague. Here's Diallo. He doesn't hit that one.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now Thomas 6 points for him. The pass to Pascal. Power down with both hands.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Gordon with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 9, and it's the Rockets on the break. They get it back. Tatum kicks to Len. Outside Gordon. It's up a 3, and another 3 for Houston.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Temple comes in for Thomas. And a change for the Rockets. Chandler's checked in. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Pelicans. Passes to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Teague dishes to Len. Back to Teague. Outside Gordon. Good. Gordon's got 9 points here in the second half.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Davis, the pass to Pascal. Kicks to Temple. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Holiday against Teague. Pass to Gordon from downtown. Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Pascal. Hits it from 3-point range. Pascal's got 5 points now this quarter.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
To the wing on the left. Here's Reddish. The shot that time, not on target. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Pascal. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Davis, and Capella sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Chandler leading the charge.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. Temple, the pass to Holiday. Hands it from downtown. Holiday's got 11 points.
This is where Holiday's really improved, working off ball and sinking jump shots.
Teague against Davis. Teague, the pass to Chandler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Holiday.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Houston, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
George is checked in for New Orleans. And then for Houston, Olynyk comes in for Reddish. And it's Rose in for Jeff Teague. And the veteran Wilson Chandler played at a lot of stops in his career, and he'll always find minutes.
You're so right. With Chandler, you can slide him into the 3 or the 4 in most lineups. Injuries have added up, and he'll usually miss games during the year. But when he's available, he's a big help.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. George against Chandler. And Chandler sends it back. Over in the corner, Rose. And Davis sends it back. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And the Pelicans making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Rose kicks to Chandler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 6th assist on the night. Pelicans leading by 5. George with the ball. He's got 24. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. New Orleans on top, leading by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Rockets trail by 5. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Grant. Satoransky there with Holiday. Then it's Paul George. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Olynyk. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. George dishes to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
AD could have laid that one up, but that's not the statement he just made.
Gordon kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Rose. Plays it up and banks it in.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And a change for the Rockets. Zach LaVine's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And he gets it to go. LaVine's got 12 points in just the second half.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Satoransky. That shot off, and it's Houston the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Olynyk trying to break loose. LaVine can't hit.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game. A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And the Rockets making a change here. Tatum's checked in.
I love the continued development for Anthony Davis. The three-pointer, his ball handling. Last season, a career high in assists.
Rose passes to Olynyk. Knocked loose. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
How about in transition? The long reach of Davis. Gets the steal, gets him going.
And you were just talking about Davis's ball handling ability. It used to always be one dribble and up.
Yeah, because he has so much length, and that's all he needed to score over the top. Now you see him handling like a guard and going around people, and also able to change speeds and read the defense better.
And it's Capella missing. And so George will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injuries. So I do like the clear path fouls.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Rose has really accepted the responsibility of being the leader of this team. They look to him to deliver night after night.
And George kicks to Grant. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rose uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got 7 points for the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up. Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Tatum passes to Rose. Houston moving it around. Tatum finds Levine. 6 on the shot clock for 3. George with the defensive effort. Pelicans leading by 10. Loads it up for Davis. An emphatic LU jam.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
Bean passes to Rose. Double team on Rose. Capella with it. Satoransky covering. Tatum against George. Tatum's shot is off.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And he's a great scorer. But Anthony Davis's defensive impact, Smitty, perhaps even greater. Do you think he has a chance to ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
Without a question, Kevin. On a team with more weapons, he can focus on the defensive end more. We saw that with Kevin Garnett, who won his Defensive Player of the Year award his first season in Boston.
Here's Satoransky. Here's Davis with the second effort. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. LaVine feeling it out a bit. And LaVine throws it down.
Zach LaVine has won several dunk contests, but he still amazes me.
George passes to Baines. Back to George. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Here's Davis. Count it. Good. Davis has got 21 in the game.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
LaVine against George. And here is Capella. Right side LaVine. Over George, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
Satoransky against Rose. From the top of the key, he buries it. Now here's LaVine. The dish now to Tatum. Shoots over Grant. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Tatum.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
And George kicks to Satoransky. Grant outside. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Fades away. Here's Davis, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Davis has got 15 points here in the second half. Rockets trail by 15. Outside, LaVine. The kick out to Tatum. And that one's on target from the wing.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And that one's good, George.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
Rose passes to Tatum, and Grant sends it back. On the wing, George. Guarded by LaVine. A nice shot by George.
Down the stretch. This is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Here's Rose. Baines with the block. To the inside. Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
He's in that AD rhythm. Defensively, you need to try and deny him the ball. He's too hot.
Rose dishes to LaVine. The 3 from Tatum. Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Olynyk against George. George double teamed. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Pelicans with possession here. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's Davis on the wing. Olynyk is covering. Davis, the pass to Baines. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Here is Davis. Just 4 to shoot. George, no good.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Down low, got a piece of it. Davis kicks to George. Back to Davis, a 3-ball. Rebound by Olynyk. Rockets trailed by 19. Satoransky with it and guarded by Capella. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Grant gets a wide open look. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh,
yes. The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for New Orleans.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
And Grant sends it back. Clock at 2 from deep. Rose. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. Back to Olynyk. The 3 from Tatum. Satoransky grabs the miss. George against Tatum. George looking over the floor. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.